missing our music for the last one, so now I feel much better.
I was sad.
I know, I was sad. Shannon Grimm with Shannon Grimm Partners, thanks for joining us. We are joined today with Mike Stanley and Denisse Martinez. And then we also have Phillip Boggs, who is a salesman from Germain Kia. There we go.
You nailed it.
Got it.
Thanks for having me.
So
Yeah,
I keep wanting to say something else, but he can also sell you used cars from any of the Germain dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Phillip is also a single dad, and he is the basically sole provider for those two children. So.
I am.
Any women looking for someone? Here we go.
Blessed to be stressed, I guess.
I had to get Phillip to smile. I can tell he's like terrified of us.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've done public speaking, but we'll be fine.
It's just talking to us.
As
We'll
I say,
just ignore.
there's nothing over there.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
just having a
Just ignore.
convo.
So,
So how long you been with Germain now?
Since last summer.
Last summer. Okay,
Mhm.
very cool.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's been a very rewarding experience. So getting to help all kinds of people put dreams in their driveways, I guess, as they like to
there
say
you
it.
go. Yeah, and you've really excelled there too.
I have, yeah. I've consistently sold a lot of vehicles there, so it's been fun.
Yeah. So, and pretty much I know I've tried to send you a couple people, and I know Bev always sends you people too. So, but it seems like you can kind of get stuff done for people.
Yeah, it's always a challenge. We're a pretty well staffed dealership, but we're a volume dealership, so we deal with a lot. And then the Germain name brings a lot of customers in, so they've been around in the area in Florida and Michigan and here.
Yeah, Germain has a great name.
Yes. So I think they're getting ready to roll out a rebranding next month. Instead of Germain, remember the name. It's gonna focus more on just how did they put it? We were just at a summit yesterday at the Fives down in Grandview, and they were going over some of the new things that they're going to roll out next month. I don't want to spill the beans on it. I'm going to let them get to that.
But their jingle kind of sticks in your head. It's
It is.
Germain, remember the name.
Germain, remember the name. Yeah,
But,
but we're old, so.
But yeah, it should. I mean, I remember those. I'm 40, so.
I am too, so.
It is, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a really good company to work for. They put value into everything that they do there, so it makes it easy to be confident in the product that you're putting out there.
That helps a lot. So I've always said, when I was a kid, people said I could sell anything, but it helps when you're confident in what you're selling.
Yeah.
So, and like real estate, I don't like to think of us as salespeople. I like to think of us as, educating someone. So it's not about just getting that sale.
Yeah, and I really try to give my customers the most personalized experience that I can. I think it's important, whether it's a used car or a new car. We were kind of talking about that when I first got in here. I don't really like to go to other dealerships to sell new cars because of everything that goes into you receiving one and that personalized experience. I'd be happy to sell anybody a used car to other dealerships, but there's so much that goes into these new cars nowadays with the infotainment systems and everything else like that that you really just want to give an exceptional experience to the customer.
Okay.
I like that, though, so you don't feel comfortable that you'll give them exactly what they need, so you won't even sell the other brands.
I mean,
to
I
them.
can,
You
yeah.
I know you can, but
Right.
you'd rather not because you know what you're good at, what you've been educated on, and how you can educate other people with your product. And you want to give them that experience, and I like that. That's great.
There's a lot that goes into it. So there's the walk around for the vehicle, and then you have to go over all the features and functions, and then, I mean, everybody needs a car, and in nowadays society. So it's there's just so many bells and whistles that go to the infotainment systems, to the ADAS systems, which are the driver assist features that are in the Kias nowadays, and everybody's brand is different.
It has been insane to see the life of Kia as a brand too, especially here in the States. I mean, from where they started and to where they are now, I mean, the cars are, and they were always thought as, a tier below brand, and now they are just, I mean, they're insane.
Yeah.
They're such nice cars, and they have great warranties to back them up. The tech is amazing. They're styled so well. I mean, I know not a Kia technically. My parents have a Hyundai, and they are obsessed with it. And I have a friend that has a Kia Stinger, loves that car. Very cool car.
I wish they still made the Stinger.
I know. They are amazing.
I really like our new K4s. The K4 is the entry-level vehicle that replaces the Forte. They did like a whole rebranding and development for the vehicle, so it's got a lot going on. So you get a lot with the entry-level vehicle, so it's pretty
That's
cool.
kind of always been there, a good value brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what people always equated it to. Was by the way, my chair is sinking as we're talking. I have no idea why. So I just keep clicking down like an inch every once in a while. So now I started here and now I'm down below the microphone.
Are you gaining weight as we talk?
I haven't eaten anything yet today, but I would love to.
I would love to be able to eat. That would be great.
But that's they were always thought of as a value brand, and I still think they have.
It's a great value, though.
It is a great value, but now they're on par with every other car company, and I think they're amazing vehicles. It's been unbelievable when I've driven them. They're fantastic. So what is the car most people are looking for when they come into your dealership? Is there a specific model that everyone's like, this is what I need?
I mean, we sell a lot of everything. We're getting more and more traction into the EV market.
Okay.
So there's a lot into that, and Kia's keeping pace with everything as far as that goes. But really, I just think it's the time of the year when the weather started to get bad. A lot of people were coming in and getting the Telluride. So
I see a ton of those.
Nice
Those
car,
are
though.
sweet.
They are.
That's a nice car.
So I'm actually lucky enough that a friend of mine's coming up from Cincinnati this weekend. He just put a deposit on a car today, so I'm gonna put one of those out on Saturday, and it'll be fun to do the delivery. And
Nice.
Yeah, we have a girl here who loves her Telluride. She loves it.
yeah, they're great. It's probably my favorite class. I mean, I'm a big guy though, 6'4", 250 pounds. So it's nice to get into something that has that kind of space. I'm kind of more of a truck guy myself, but I like all of our vehicles. So really lucky to work for the company.
Yeah.
It's great.
So you actually were in California when some of the wildfires happened, right?
Yeah, I was living in California for the Caldor fire, so was
What was
evacuated.
that like? I've never really asked you about that, but just what was that like? I'm seeing commercials now like, oh, be prepared for like these natural disasters, and I've got my cousins and everybody going through flooding right now down in Pikeville, and we kind of don't.
There we go.
He's special over here. We just don't really get those kind of crazy natural disasters. So I just, what was that like going through that?
So it was crazy, I guess is the easiest way to put it. So there was evacuations where I lived. So I was living in a town called Pollock Pines, California. And the fire had started. It was called the Caldor fire, so I think it was just that was what it was near where it sparked off. I think in someone's yard, whether a rock spark or something when someone was mowing their lawn or however it was the end up of starting it. And then they started evacuating more and more and more, but a lot of people were displaced from that. And then after, I think we were evacuated from our house for over 30 days. I was just lucky to have friends to stay with. People were staying in parking lots and like areas that they set up.
Unbelievable.
That's scary.
So scary.
So, but I mean, we were lucky, and I don't know. You just pick up the pieces and move. You just do what you have to, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, when living in the mountains like that, after the fire damage, the rains that come afterwards, so everything that holds the earth together that just isn't there anymore. So when the rains come, the rains and the snows come heavy in the winter months in California because it doesn't rain there for so long. So it's really dry, so the water just rolls off. And when there's nothing to hold everything there, then it can cause a lot of damage.
That's
Flooding, landslides, mudslides, all that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's so weird because they've been having so many fires there, and like I never thought of that. Like as a kid growing up, California was always sunny and 70, right? Like you don't think of the fact that it's so dry and that those wildfires, like once they start, they're hard to contain.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
It's wild. So
Yeah, it had to be scary for you though.
it is.
We're glad you're back in Ohio though.
Yeah, it's nice to be home. Full circle. I guess that's what life brings you.
That's right.
So
Well, you know what? If you don't, if you don't move and travel when you're young, you probably never do it. Because I know I'll never do it now. I kind of like the fact that nothing really happens in Ohio, and I kind of like our bugs and our climate, sort of. But, you know.
Fireflies. I really missed fireflies.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So lightning bugs, yeah, it was nice
Yeah.
to always come back to that in the summer.
And as a kid, that was like so fun, like to find those. So I'm sure your kids love looking for those now, or at least getting close to that age.
Yeah.
Delilah, at least.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So they're so cute.
Thank you.
Delilah and Waylon, they're cute.
Yeah, how old are your kids?
My kids are 3 and 4. Waylon just turned 3 in January, and Delilah will be 5 this summer.
Okay,
so.
nice. Yeah, they'll be firefly catching like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite thing, and my kids do it too. But I loved laying outside in our backyard and looking for them, and just relaxing and checking them out. And they were so pretty, lighting up the trees, and then we'd run out and catch them. And then I got older and I was a little jerk, and you do this smashing to get the streak.
Aww.
I mean, you have bonfires too. You can't do bonfires in the summer in California.
Cannot.
No, you can't.
Yeah, that becomes a natural disaster. If you do that.
Bonfires here, the late summer, early fall.
But I wouldn't have traded it for anything. I mean,
Yeah, you had that experience.
yeah. So we lived in Colorado and California and all over southern and northern California. So yeah, it was.
Now, of those places, which did you like more, Colorado or California?
I lived in a really small town in Northern California that was just near and dear to my heart. It was in Southern Trinity County, and it was just a real small town called Mad River, and just all the
Sounds
people
cool.
there. All the people there were just so inviting and welcoming. So it was just really, really great.
Is that near like Redding?
Yeah, it's north of Redding.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Redding's the largest city north of San Francisco.
Okay,
So,
very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, in my 20s, I wanted to move somewhere, but never did. So as a result, I don't think I'm ever going anywhere.
yeah, I think this is where
The time has passed.
Yeah, I've ended up.
Yeah.
So I think that I've moved a lot. So this is it. So
Home base now. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So what would you say, what would you say you average as far as how many cars you sell per month?
January and February are really slow. I sold 20 last month. So
That's a lot.
In
That's a slow month.
In December I sold 27 and 26 in November. So I try to stay on track and be at the top of the group. So hopefully I can stay there.
Yeah, it's definitely competitive. So I always wanted to do car sales, and I thought about it. I interviewed, I got hired, but I never actually started. But I love cars, so that was always something I wanted to do.
It's it's fun. It has its ups and downs. It can be the hours can be really demanding.
I was just saying the hours are nuts, aren't they?
I'm
It's
really
kinda like what we do.
I'm really lucky that my kids are in a really good daycare, and that I've got
Yeah.
my family support system to help me here and
Oh, you
stuff
definitely
like that.
have a huge
So
support system.
it makes it really easy to excel because just like today. So today, the internet department shot me a lead. The customer wanted videos and pictures of a truck, so take care of that for the customer. And then they're like, how late are you open? So when I'm an opener, so I typically work 9 to 6, and he's like, okay, well, I can be there between 5 and 6. So by the time the customer test drives
Gets
the
done,
car, if they decide that they like it, you present numbers, you figure out where you need to be, and then do everything, and then you got to send
You're
that customer.
7:30 at night.
Yeah, then you got to send that customer to finance, and you got to be there when that customer gets out of finance, so that you can, curtail
Walk them through
that.
the
Yeah,
car,
that
right.
delivery, so that they're happy.
Yeah. So the weirdest first date I ever had was I went to a car dealership with a guy and helped him buy a car. And that was I think a 10-hour first date at a car dealership.
I'll try to keep it under 10 hours
Yeah.
for my
It
customers.
was it was crazy. So it was just, but it was fun though, because I like that stuff. I like the negotiations and all that stuff. So it was a lot of fun for me because I'm weird. But whatever. If you've been
Aren't we
listening
all?
to us, you already know
Yes.
that. So
Everybody's a little weird.
yes, but the key is to accept it of yourself and others.
Own it.
I do.
You have to. You have to.
If I didn't own it, I'd be under a table crying somewhere. So it is what it is. But so what's your favorite things to do now that you're back in town? What are some of the favorite things to do with the kids?
I really enjoy going over to one of my sister's houses. She's got a huge backyard. And
Which one?
Tiffany.
Tiffany, okay, yeah, and
So,
the puppy.
And then just watching the kids play in the big backyard and stuff like that. Me and the kids go to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium a lot in the summer, so that's good.
Okay.
Waylon was still a little small last summer, so like swimming is just kind of standing there and holding them at that age.
That's what I do now, so because I don't know how to swim, so that's kind of my ideal situation.
I'm excited for the rough housing and stuff like that in the pool with the kids as they're getting older and older. But yeah, just the stuff that you really miss from not being here. Just all the barbecues and the family dinners and stuff like that, and then just whatever you can get the kids out to. The park, the fountains in Old Hilliard are fantastic.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Those are a lot of fun.
And then I've reconnected with a bunch of friends since I've been back. So getting to see everybody and how everybody's life's gone different and stuff like that. It's great.
It's like we met someone last night that he'd went to high school with, and he was like, why weren't you at the last reunion? And the guy was like, I work so and so, and he was like, it's like a reunion every day.
I'm from Westerville. He works at a bank in Westerville, so
that's cool.
And he was like, I see everybody from high school constantly come through there. I didn't need to come to the reunion. I was like,
he's like, I see him every day.
I only live 25 minutes north, but I feel like I don't see anybody. So
so now you kind of get to do that every day now.
Yeah, I've bumped into some people, Kroger, Costco. We've ran into some old friends and stuff like that.
It's kind of good. Sometimes it's not, but it's kind of good.
I haven't had any bad experiences yet. So
I hate going back to my hometown. It's like, please don't let me run into anyone. Right. I'm still friends with who I want to be friends with, I guess. So, but
I like running into people. I'm just like him.
Yeah,
like,
you're weird.
Yeah.
Me too.
He's weird though. He likes talking to people and stuff. I've been married to my husband too long. It's made me not want to talk to anybody now. He is such an introvert, and I forget that too.
Noon on Wednesday.
Noon on Wednesday.
Oh, our clock is off up there. Noon on Wednesday. It's really loud today, I feel.
Yeah, that clock is way off. If it was 2 in the afternoon, I'd be screwed because I need to leave. I would be needing to leave.
So anyhow, what's your favorite car Kia makes besides the Telluride? Because we already know you like that.
I love that car.
Our K5 is really great.
Nice. Now, what is that?
So it's the.
I'm not familiar. I'm not as familiar with Kia brands as I am most cars.
So as far as gasoline goes, you have the K4. And then the K5 are the sedans. So I think behind having them like the K4, the K5 is just like BMW and everybody else, like having everything just with the letter and the number. It sounds similar for branding and whatnot. And then we have the EV sedan, which is the EV6. So I would recommend the GT. If you were to do the EV6, it's actually the first car I ever sold there was a EV6 GT. So they're just like the Teslas, they can throw you back in your seat that they're so fast. And then
it's crazy how fast the EVs have gotten.
Yeah, it's because they all work on like a gear system. So as to where an engine works on combustion, where it's got to combust the fuel to get the energy to move. These are just on gears. So the second the motor's winding,
there's no loss or delay. It just goes. That's pretty sweet.
So which gives them the ability to do that. So, but yeah, when you get into the SUVs and me being a bigger guy is where you start to have fun. It starts with the Seltos, the Sportage Hybrid, which when I first started working, you couldn't even get in the higher.
Sportage I liked a lot. That was probably my favorite Kia for a long time.
They look really cool. I mean, and for a mid-size SUV, there's just so much space in the back and everything like that. And then the Sorento and the Telluride, and then they have, I think it's the largest in class. Don't quote me on that, but I think that the EV9 is the largest in class, third row EV vehicle. So I think it's just as big as a Telluride.
Okay.
But
those Tellurides are pretty big.
They are.
So yeah.
Okay. So if someone wants to get a hold of you and they might have a need for any used car or for a new Kia, how would they get a hold of you?
You can reach me directly on my cell phone at 614-632-6766. Just shoot me a text or a call. I'll be happy to help you.
All right. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It was
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you guys.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Awesome. It was
And,
great having you.
As always, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and
Comment and hit that notification bell at Shannon Grimm Realtor and at 614 Real Estate Nerds.